All right, we'll get started. I'll try to be respectful of people's time. I just like talking to you guys. All right. For recognition, to start off, Brooke, Samantha, Maggie, Kim, and myself are all at Success Club 2, which is awesome. It's a good start. We've got, let's see, we're on the 11th already, so it's coming quick, and especially because, we leave on the, 26th, so really we have, less than 2 weeks to hit it, but still plenty of time. I know everyone's pushing hard, so that's awesome.
I need money for Summit. I got to get this done.
Right, exactly. And the core. Just keep
right?
I'll send you some pictures, if I can find them from last year, or I'll post them in the group. The core is it's almost, well, in my head, it's the size of a Walmart. I don't know, really. I don't know spatial sizes, but it's a ginormous room, and it's all broken up by programs. So, there's a 21-day fix section. There's a performance line section, body beast, size, everything. And they have, shirts and sweatpants, and they have, a coach section and a Team Beachbody section. And, every apparel thing, water bottles, hats, anything you could ever imagine. And it's, wild in there. And they have a lot of new stuff that won't be on the website. So that's, the best. So you'll need money for that. So just keep that in mind. I want new workout pants or sweatshirts or whatever. All right, so for the housekeeping stuff, Team Cup opens up registration next the 18th, whatever, week from today. And it's the same as last time, 1 diamond and 4 non-lifetime diamonds. So just make sure if you add someone to your team that they've never been a diamond before. I got screwed with last time with having someone, not screwed, it ended up working fine, but at the beginning someone didn't realize that she was, once you hit diamond, you're a lifetime diamond forever. So they can't be on the team if you have another diamond. I know we're trying to figure out, but we'll do a post next week. We don't really need to talk about it. The prizes were just posted. The first prize is a Beachbody hat. The second prize is a Country Heat apparel. And the third prize is a skateboard. Just so random.
A skateboard?
But you have to have 75 points to get that one, so it's cuckoo. Yeah,
who goes on skateboards?
I don't know. It's very odd.
1988. I don't think anybody skateboards anymore.
Apparently not. Yeah, so at least the other ones are good prizes.
I love when Anthony sorry. You're always in motion.
No, looks like he just finished his workout.
Hey guys.
Hello. Hey. Just to finish up talking about Summit, team dinner Tuesday night for the people that are there. We're still working out where we're gonna have it. I think Brooke picked a place because she knows everything down there. And then we'll just, we'll have a group chat or text message going on or whatever. I mean, we'll be together because we all fly in together and everything. And Brooke so kindly offered to pick us up from the airport and with her little munchkins. And then we'll go to dinner after that and everything. And then, I'm an Emerald, so I have a spreadsheet and everything, and we'll figure out where we're going, where we need to be, so we're all together and doing what we can. But if you have any questions, you can just ask me or post them in the group. For what, where, and stuff too. And then don't forget, Super Saturday is the weekend after. Now, I know we talked about this on the Team Positude call last week, but it's annoying. I mean, you're gone from your family for 6 days, and then the next weekend you have to leave your family again. For me, it's annoying personally. I hate it. But they do it on purpose because, first of all, a lot of people can't get to Summit, so they do it for those people, and also to keep the energy going, and for the people that were at Summit to kind of lead that energy into those groups. So sign up if you haven't. We have amazing people coming here. Melissa McAllister,
Jericho.
So it'll be a good one. And if you don't know how to find it, you can just go to Beachbot on the back office and news and training, and there's an event section. You can find one close to you. And then I just have to say one last thing about this. Amazing. Our group is so amazing right now. Our challenge group I am obsessed with it. I want it to never end.
I don't want it to end.
I actually didn't post today that it was the last week, I don't think, or maybe I changed it, but I was trying not to really do that because I was thinking about maybe extending it for one more week and do like a prize week next week. I don't think anyone will care. I'll just be like, if you want to keep going, we'll do like a bonus round. Or
No, I have challengers in this group who are going to, oh my God, Sam, stop it.
Coach.
I have challengers who are going to like have a heart attack when it's over. I know they will.
Well, we can extend it for a week and then just do another one. I'm totally cool with doing it again. I'll probably, do it a little bit different next time, but we can definitely do another one. I think I had said, I forget what I said my next group was starting, but we can change that. That's fine. I'm cool with doing another group team-wide one. I think they're way more fun. We probably still have the same percentage of people participating, but whatever. Exactly, right? So it looks great, and I'm being held accountable. I mean, it's helping me personally, so I think it's helping everyone. So I'll post some dates in the group, and that sounds like a good idea. But I really thank you guys for participating and helping out and commenting on other people's stuff, even though they're not your own coach, and liking everyone's stuff. Like, it's awesome. Okay, so visualization. I don't know if all you guys got to watch that Summer Tucker video. Did everyone watch it yet?
That was amazing.
Right. I actually just watched it again before this call. And at the beginning, she talks about consistency, which I just want to mention quickly, and then we'll talk about the visualization. But, she mentioned a book called Good to Great, which actually I think I'm gonna look into. She said it's kind of a dry book, which is more my style. But the consistency part, as we've talked about, is like the well. So Scotty Hobbs once, bless you, once did a video, even though I can't hear you. Scotty Hobbs once did a video about a well and comparing it to this business. I have a well here, but it's on, it's electric or whatever. But back in the day when you had a well, you had to pump and pump and pump and pump, and the water would slowly go up and slowly go up and slowly go up. But if you stopped pumping, it's not like the water would just trickle out and you get a few drops. The water would rush back down and like end up backward below where you started. Like, it would swoosh down and you'd be at ground zero again. Okay, so if you're working the business and then all of a sudden you're like, I only feel like posting once today, or maybe I'll only reach out to one person today, whatever your thing is, and you slow down on some part of it, the well just stops and drops back down to the beginning. It's not like it just hangs in midair and is like, I'm kind of doing okay, or you're getting a few drops in, you're like, there's a customer here and there. It just stops. And I'm sure we've all seen it at one point, or at least some of the veterans here have. I know I have. There will be times where you'll want to stop, but or slow down. So just keep that in mind with the consistency part, that when you are pumping the well consistently, the water will come out consistently in whatever ways you want that to happen. And then she talked about the getting on your train, right? And I actually did a post last week. I meant to share it on our team page, but I forgot. But about Summit. And do you remember how I posted? I don't know if you saw it, but I posted something about being able to be recognized on the NFL stadium or whatever. So I did that post. At that time, I actually didn't know that I'd be walking the stage. I just found that out today. But I got messages from 3 different coaches being like, wait, did you find out something that I don't know? Or wait, I didn't realize that was happening, or something like that. Basically, in my eyes, like, not quite believing my post. Like it wasn't really real based on our conversation. I was like, yeah, no, you get that too. Like, we're both 1 or 2 star, like it's the same thing. But the way, and then one of the girls was like, oh, I'm totally stealing that. I was like, go for it. But the way that I portrayed it, it may not be a big deal to some people, right? But I made it sound like it's a big deal, because to me it is. I'm super excited about that, because I saw it last year, and I know how exciting it is. But I kind of, have always followed Lindsay Matway's philosophy of, like, talk as if you're talking to a team of 2,000. Talk as if you're, in your team page of 200. Talk to your audience, like on Facebook or whatever, that you're number 1 in the company. Act like that and it will come. So that's kind of what I was thinking with the, like, getting on the train. Like, people, I'm proud of what number in the company we are. We actually just moved up to like 1,800. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of this recognition. I take pride in that because I want people to join my train over other people's trains. And I'm getting all heated. I know the direction where this team is going. I know the direction where I want to go. I don't think I talk about it enough, which she talks about in a little bit. But when I do, I feel like I'm very concise and very proud of it. And I feel as though, of the people that follow me on Facebook, they would want to join my train because of where we're going. I definitely need to get better about it, in certain ways. But that comes from self-confidence. So that was kind of one thing that I took from that is the visualization is so hard with lack of self-confidence. So for those times that we have coaches who maybe aren't giving it their all or say it's not working or anything like that, maybe they don't have a strong enough why. Honestly, that's probably a lack of confidence. When I started coaching, like I've said this before, my first goal was to pay for Shakeology. My second goal was to pay for 1 week of daycare. My third goal was to pay for a month of daycare and then my mortgage, right? But when I started, I never once thought I'd be able to pay for my mortgage with Beachbody. That wasn't even a thought in my mind because I didn't have confidence that I could actually get to that point. So I didn't see it, right? Now I, am at the point where I'm like, okay, I can kind of see myself quitting my job. It took a long time to get there, but I finally am gaining the confidence towards that. But after that, I don't know what's next because I don't quite have confidence. I don't have 100% confidence that I can quit my job. I know I will be able to, and I'm working towards it, and it's my goal. But like, that's a pretty, what did Darren Hardy call it today? Like a hairy, audacious, scary goal, or a or something. Hairy, scary, audacious goal.
Big, what is it? BHAG or something like that?
Yeah. What is it? What is it?
Big, hairy, audacious goal.
Yeah, BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal. Like, that's a BHAG, right? To quit your job. I actually was just telling someone, I was just texting someone, and I was like, yeah, like, I can't wait till I don't have to go to my daily job anymore. Like, it's just awful. And he was like, so does this Beachbody thing have longevity? And I was like, does it have longevity? And I went nuts, and I'm like, yes, it does. Anyways, that's a side tangent, but that just fired me up. And I'm like, I have confidence in this. I don't care what other people say or think or believe or have to say to my face or behind my back. I know there's all of that. I know that because I've seen it, like I've seen Nikki, I've seen some of my friends, I've seen people quit their job, and I know that I can do it. And I feel like I talk about that part about my visualization with you guys, but there are other parts that I don't talk about. So I really want to focus on, and you guys too, first of all, building the self-confidence to dream bigger than you are, to get out of, what were you saying last week, Anthony? Like to get out of the, not being complacent. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was just quit being complacent. I mean, that's one of the words. I mean, there's others that I use, but that's a good one.
Yeah, like that takes a lot of confidence to even believe that you can get out of that place of complacency, which is honestly, I have a lot of people on my work who don't like me anymore. I shouldn't even say that. If they're not that anyone's gonna watch this video, but people in my work don't like me, and it's because I have the confidence to not be complacent, because I know that I will not work at that desk job for the rest of my life like they are comfortable doing, and they don't like me for that, and that's okay. I have accepted that, and I just put on my headphones and I put my blinders on and I get to work because I want to prove people wrong. So with the visualization part, this is kind of the part where yes, I know I can quit my job. I know I will. But it's definitely scary in some regards because I'm like, what am I going to do with my free time, right? So with this visualization, I've started to think of, actually, what I just posted in the group. I was like, dude, chickens, I will have time for chickens. I've always wanted to have chickens. I hate birds, but I don't mind chickens. They're different. They don't fly. I want them so bad. I can't wait to have eggs. And anyways, so I was like, that is part of the vision. I would have chickens now if I had the time, but when I quit my job, I can have chickens. So I have to kind of break it down more. Like, what will a day-to-day look like for me in my dream life? right? I've said this before, like, I don't think, or maybe this isn't accurate, I don't think a lot of people look at their life and are like, I can't wait to sit in a cubicle for 40 hours a week. That looks like so much fun. Like, that's what my job is. I know not everyone on this call has those types of jobs, so it's okay to love your job. That's just not my reality. I don't like being inside unless I have to. I don't want to be inside like the four walls of a house or an office building ever if I don't have to. I want to be, you know, outside barefoot and playing. That's more my jam. I want to be able to go to the beach. So I really focused on yes, quitting my job means I get to hang out with Poppy more and I get to be out of that like mess and in not nice situation. But what does it actually look like? I want to be able to go to yoga in the morning or go paddle boarding or, you know, not have an alarm set. I've been doing like one of my trackers and I was like, what visual image can I put down here to like help me focus? So I wrote a bunch of Z's for sleep because I wanted to be positive. So I didn't put out, I was going to cross out an alarm, but instead I put a bunch of Z's because I can sleep in. And then, or not, I said alarm. And then money symbols because that's my other thing. So, you know, try to dig deep and think of what your ideal day will look like. Does it involve, you know, going down to, you know, one of the shelters and helping out, or, you know, donating something, you know, your time to a animal, the SPCA or something. I can't do that stuff right now. Are you kidding me? You know, everyone's time is very limited, especially the, you know, anyone, mothers, fathers, parents, people working, you know, stay-at-home moms, no matter what. I don't think anyone has free time. But if you could afford the luxury of extra time, this is literally what this business can buy us, is time. You know, can you have the confidence to visualize where you see yourself in 5 years? Yes, we may not become millionaires this year or next year, but can you wait 5 years? Can you do the same efforts and call yourself a millionaire in 5 years? Yeah, absolutely. My personal job, my salary is going to be capped at a certain point no matter what I do. Even if I was like a VP or something, which is not what I want to do, it's still capped at probably 100, 110 grand. I mean, Nikki did that in a year, you know? It's easy to do if you do the work. It's just having the confidence to believe and see it. And, you know, me in The Secret, I'm all about like seeing what you want and making it happen in a positive way. You know, I know everyone has different goals. I'm trying to make sure I talk about everyone's, but is, you know, whatever it is, making sure you can actually see it and talking about it often. It's hard because I can't talk about quitting my job, you know, to my Facebook page very much. Like, so I'm kind of in a conundrum with that right now. Like, how do I talk about it? Granted, I blocked 90% of the people I work with, especially the ones that have things to say about me. So I'm trying to block everybody, but you know, there's still like people that can see my page. My page is completely public. So it's hard to be in, but talk about little ways. You know, when I work from home on Fridays, I say that I can't wait. You know, I talk something about that, like how I can't wait to have this, you know, be my everyday, you know, whatever. They see it, they fire me. Oh, well, you know, I'll make this work faster. And obviously there are people here in, you know, higher positions and whatever the word is, like more, like, I don't know, something positions, they can't talk about those things, you know. So it's up to you what you want to post about, but whatever, tell your family, tell your spouse. If they don't believe you, who cares? Prove them wrong. I'm an emerald. My biggest thing is I love proving people wrong. It's like, I love it. I'm like, ooh, you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm trying not to anymore, but in my head, I know that's a quality that's not liked by people. But if I can prove you wrong and quit my job, that's okay with me. I don't have to rub it in your face. I'm just going to walk out that door. You know what I mean? So prove people wrong. Prove to them that if you are consistent with this and believe in yourself, that you can make your goals happen. Even if it's, you know, getting to the point where you can pay off your mortgage, or not pay off, but pay your mortgage in a month. That is huge. I don't think people, at least I don't like really recognize it all the time. Like, cause it's hard looking back at where I was 2 years ago. If someone, you know, had said that to me, like, oh yeah, in 2 years, you'll be able to pay your mortgage every month with Beachbody, I would have been like, Okay, keep it up. And other bills, like I don't even know what other ones, you know what I mean? So that's, it's confidence, it's putting it out there, and it's believing it, and which always it funnels down to personal development, like, whether you're listening to it, reading it, or watching it. That's where the confidence comes, to believe. And I like watching other coaches' videos for this type of stuff because they show it's possible. I'll get to my ending quote and then we can talk about it a little bit more, but my quote for tonight is some will, some won't, so what, right? Who cares? I always start my GSR calls off, or say in my GSR calls, this business is what you make it. If you want to become a millionaire, in a couple of years, go for it. If you want to help, a certain amount of people lose 1,000 pounds, go for it. But I will meet you where you are. If you walk, I walk. If you run, I run. If you stop, I stop. And I promise you that. And I just feel like, I did a little math. There are 318.9 million people that live in the United States. I actually didn't even include Canada. I forgot. And we aren't even into the Canada. We're not even into the whole world yet, right? So with all the coaches that are active coaches right now, 450,000. No, that doesn't mean all, we have a lot of coaches on this team that aren't even running the business. So there are probably 100,000 that are actually running the business. That means each person could have over 700 personally sponsored coaches. And there's still untapped resources, right? So if you ever feel like there's not enough people, or like you're holding on for someone to help you, keep rank or hold rank or make rank, or, whatever you think is going to happen, quit that. Some will, some won't, so what, walk away. I know that's super hard to hear, but I've just been hearing a lot of that lately. Like, I want this I want this for everyone more than they want this for themselves, including you guys. I can guarantee you that. I want this so bad for you guys, you have no idea. But I've learned in 2 years, after a lot of heartbreak and tears because of losing people, like people dropping from Emerald with like 40 customers under them, 5 coaches dropping out of the bat, like gone off the, just quitting completely. That hurts. And I realized then that I had just been pulling those people. They weren't walking with me. I was pulling them. And that's hard, and it takes a lot of energy. So if you guys focus your energy on finding new people, one of those 318,000 people out there that want this, there's one of each of us. There are those people out there still that haven't been talked to yet. So it's just about, finding the consistency to keep it going and keep talking to people. And yes, it gets mundane sometimes, and the fun is gone when there's not a team cup going on or whatever. But just remember that, and I hope that helps some of the like hard times with customers too. When a customer returns their bag, you're like, come on. But some will, some won't. So what? If they're not ready yet, it's not their time. You can only lead a horse to water. You can't make it drink. I'm like Yoda or someone over here, fortune cookie. But who is it? Yoga? Yogi? Yoda? Yoda. So, just keep that in mind. I don't know why that was just something I've been thinking about based on some conversations we've been having this week. But I want to just get back before we end. Yes, I'm doing so good. We have 15 more minutes. Does anyone want to talk about the visualization part and how to kind of put it into their lives, put it into their post, talk about what you visualized for like 5 years, how I loved, Sam brought this up, which I didn't hear the first time, but Summer said, she's like, I don't want to be dealing with all this stuff. I want to be having, swinging from the chandeliers with my husband and having sex whenever I want. And I'm like, yeah. I don't know, but I'm sure that would be nice. Like, anyways, too much information. But, is that what you want? Do you want more time with your spouse so that you can, not have to be like, okay, the kids finally went to sleep. Let's go do a quickie for 3 minutes. Oops, sorry. Anyways, I just thought that was a good point, and it really put in a visual picture. man, this is getting out of control. But I put in a picture in my mind. I'm like, oh yeah, Summer's totally swinging from the chandeliers right now. I don't know what her husband looks like, but so that's an amazing goal. Yes, so she was talking about that, but I mean, her purpose was about spending more time with her husband, especially because he was in the army or something, and she wanted to bring him home. So if anyone has anything that they want to talk about that they visualize, or that they want to talk about how to talk about it, let's hear it.
I visualize moving out of my house, despite the fact that I won't be your super, super close. Well, who knows? Maybe I'll still be your neighbor, but I visualize. I appreciated you saying the mortgage thing in this conversation, Katie, because I'm definitely still closer to the beginning where like I can't really even imagine that could happen. But that if I'm really like dreaming and envisioning like a far-reaching goal, I think it would be me being able to contribute the amount of my mortgage and being like, to Andy being like, here it is. Mm-hmm. Now you can take that and go live in a place where I want to live, not my little hovel that I live in. Because, yeah, I'm over it. And we have goals of like moving within the year. So I do kind of have like big goals this year to contribute as much as I can to that end goal of like moving to more of our dream house.
I love that. And with that, like when you are, you know, I'm an actual visual person. So like I created a dream board. I have a couple on Pinterest, I have a couple boards on Pinterest. One of them is dream home. And I just pick homes that I want to live in. And when I'm feeling like I need to visualize, because I also don't want to live here forever, you know, like actually see it, like whether it's, you know, printing out some pictures and be like, even if it's not necessarily your home, but what book was that? And they talk about, and they actually found the home that looked like that. It was probably The Secret, but like print out pictures of what your actual home, like how many bedrooms, what do you want the style to look like see it and picture yourself walking into the house with X amount of kids and your husband and the dogs and your whole family and having enough room. And what do meals look like? And, you know, like actually like spend like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes before bed, like thinking about it, and shut your eyes and be like, this is literally what I want to see. This is how I want to spend my days and how I want to walk home in the evening and look at my house.
I love it. I love it. I will totally do that.
Yeah.
One of the ways I visualize is my not my 5-year goal, my less than 1 year goal is going down to 25 to 30 hours a week at, if not this job, another job that'll have me. And I realize that I will, because if I go down to 75% hours, my income will probably go down to about 60%. It's not, I won't be able to make the same amount per hour. I mean, I'm not hourly, I'm salary, but the same amount, it won't be proportional anyway. So I have that was a striking reality as I was looking for jobs last month and got offered a job that just wasn't going to cut it for where I'm at in my business now. So I have been visualizing playing baseball with my kids after school because, especially in the summertime, like we did this last week, played baseball in the morning. I had both kids and the dog outside by myself. And I mean, I'm talking with Brooke on the phone, so it was like nothing, but it felt like a lot. And I mean, it was day 2 of the dog also, but it was like the most fun I'd had with my kids in a really long time. I mean, we have a lot of fun, like just hanging out and doing stuff, but we're always on the go all the time. And all I wanted to do after I picked the kids up from school today was go outside and play baseball with them. And it's like, nope, I couldn't pick you up till 5. And then I'm sorry, but you have to have a bath and dinner and you guys go to bed and blah, 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 blah. So I really try to visualize, like I was talking to Katie about this week, about not just visualizing like, okay, I have enough money so then I can work from home or I can, work a part-time job or whatever. But what does that look like? And it's those non-tangible things that I'm really trying to focus on. So like playing baseball with my kids, because I can pick them up at 3:30 one day. Or Katie and I were talking about when we're full-time Beachbody coaches and are able to completely quit other jobs. Like, I love going to the beach, but I only really can go on Saturdays with every other Joe Schmo in the world. And the beach is just nasty and jam-packed. And so like maybe one day Katie and I are like, hey, let's have the kids play hooky from school and go to the beach. Or if they're not in school, on a Tuesday. You're just trying to picture those things that mean more than like just paying off my student loan, which is super important and a huge part of my visualization is paying down my debts like that. But those other things, playing baseball with my kids and going to the beach.
Those are good ones. Well, this is fun. And the more you talk about it, the more real it becomes.
Well, I created a vision board, but the one I created was like just for like around a year period. And I try to make my goals like realistic. But sometimes I think like maybe I could make them a little bigger. I mean, it's like, I think you've told us before, shoot for, this, and you're definitely going to hit this, and maybe you'll hit something in here, So I think I could make them a little bit bigger because I feel like all my goals are very realistic. Even though we're halfway through the year, I feel like I could all this year. Like I really definitely think I will. So I don't know. I mean, they're like with my rank and like some things I want to do with my family. But then I've got like much bigger dreams for down the road also, but they're scary. I'm like, I don't know if they could ever really happen. Like I would love to, I don't always know. My husband doesn't always seem very happy with his job. I would love to be, he's always been the, the main supporter of our family. So I would love to turn the tables and give him the option like Nikki did to come home if that were ever, But it's like, God, could that really happen? I mean, I don't know. But that's something I think about like that, and definitely reduce debt. But I think, I've already got big goals for that for within a year. For my 2-year mark of being a coach, I definitely have some big goals there. And I think
I feel like the scary goals are the goals that you should really like. That's what I'm thinking of for these. The ones that you think like really can't happen. Like those are the ones to really dream about.
Yeah.
Definitely. And talk it over with your husband. Like, obviously he's supportive and sees the potential. So like, be like, I know this is super crazy, but like, would you ever even, if we got to that point, like I can barely imagine it, but would that be something you'd want to do? Like, could you imagine what we could do? Like, and when the kids are in school, like, and could you, at that point, all the girls
some chandeliers, Katie.
Exactly. Chandeliers in your new home.
Maybe go purchase some chandeliers. Put that on your vision board.
Maybe.
Right? So like talk about it. I mean, obviously I'm not the expert on husbands or any of that sort, but like the more you talk about it with people and even if you don't believe it, just keep saying it and put it out there and keep it in the back of your mind, or put a picture up or something that reminds you of it. And even if went down, even if he found a passion with Beachbody or without, like could he help with lunches in the morning so you could spend a couple extra hours on the business, or could he get out of the house so he's out of your hair with the kiddos, or whatever you need from him.
Yeah,
I like that. And the big goals are the good ones, the scary ones. Actually, I talked to Maggie and I hung out last week, and I was like, I kind of feel stuck. Like my phone, every morning my alarm goes off, and the first one says my rank goal. So it said 2-star, and the next one said an income goal. And I had hit them both, and they were still my alarm clocks. And I was like, and she's like, well, what do you want? And I was like, I don't even know. Like 3-star, I'm very excited to get to, but to me, it's all about the money. Like that doesn't mean more money for me. Like it's not a real thing that gives you any. There are no prizes. There's no, nothing fun. That's selfish. But I was like 5-star, but right now that's not realistic. And I was like, she's like, so what would Nikki Johnson say to you? And I was like, she'd tell me to push for elite. And I was like, but my heart sinks when I have to say that out loud. And she's like, well, I think that's your goal then, right? And I was like, shit. So now I've like refocused everything. And now that I have a vision and I'm like, I want that. Like, I don't think it's possible, but I want it really bad. Like I even wrote it on here. It's on my little thing for things to do. And I've refocused my business, and I've, refocused my to-do list. I've redone it, and I'm actually using it, and I'm actually doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing. And now that I feel like I have a vision, because, with elite comes all the things that I want. The income will come, the rank will, you have to be 5-star, the income will come, all that, which will, if I can hit 5-star elite, I will be able to walk away from my job that day. There's no question about it. So I was like, okay, let's do this, and I think that's the point you have to get to, where the goals like scare the crap out of you and you're like, I can't do that's like jumping off a cliff for me. Like, I can't. Those are the type of goals that you want to have, because they will push you to get where you need to go.
And if at the end, someone told me this once, to make it contextual for what you were saying, Brooke, if at the end of the year you can check everything off your list, you are not dreaming big enough. Like, you're supposed to fail.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why they say failing forward. Like, I have like maybe 10 things on my vision board. I've already failed like 3 of them because I put dates with them. And it's like, okay. And 2 of them are end of the year. Like, I know I'll hit them, but I can't check them off till the end of the year. One's being a 366er, and that really pisses me off because I know I want to check it off now. But like, a couple others I put on there, I was like, yep, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Nope. Ooh, did not do that. And being a sapphire, you bounce back from failure super quick, which is lovely. Like, sometimes I don't even notice it. Like, I almost lost all stars. They took a point away by accident, and I was like, well, I think it's not the end of the world. And Katie freaked out and we got the point back. But
yeah, it was awful. And one thing with that Bonnie said too, she said, so you push to make $100,000, right? You push in for that income goal, say, right? So what, you miss? You're at 800,000. Does that suck? Nope. Like, but if you're only pushing for, 60,000 and then you're stuck with 40,000, that sucks a lot more, so just keep going, push hard. Like, the word, reach for the moon, and if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars.
You are a fortune cookie to me.
I'm full of it. What about you guys? Anything?
I'm gonna keep thinking of other. This is gonna inspire me to go like really think. It's actually funny, like, because I'm in that diamond group, and I actually started filling out my answers today, and I stopped, and I have to go back and revisit it because I actually didn't know what to put for my long-term goal. Like, I was writing a paragraph, and I realized I was like full of shit because I wasn't real. Like, I was just kind of writing what I thought I was supposed to say. So I stopped because it really wasn't authentic. And I was like, I don't know if I really know what I'm kind of just going through the motions. So I think I will spend some time after this call doing what you guys are suggesting and sit and kind of like really think, because that's actually me saying the house thing. It's the first time I've ever really thought about that. Actually, another one for me too is like, it's going to make my husband sound like the cheapest person on the planet, but like, I want to have more than one. I want to have more than two. So I have one child. I want to have more than 2, but financially he is like, we are not having more than 2 kids. And who knows if I want to have more, but I don't want money to be the reason why that wouldn't happen. I want it to be like, hell no, my child is crazy what she is right now, so that might be it anyway. But still,
having 2 kids with the dog should probably
right now is not the time. He was standing up for the first time in Target in the cart yesterday screaming, and I was like,
it doesn't get better.
But anyway, I don't want money to be like ever to be a part of that conversation.
That's a good one. And I'm pretty sure that that's the only reason that Nikki had another kid is because she was financially stable and in an okay place where I think she probably wanted more kids, but never thought she could.
Right. And I guess that's a good thing to even, like, I wouldn't probably feel comfortable telling that to many other people, and I don't want to paint Andy as sounding like a cheap.
No, it's the reason I don't want to have another kid. I would have millions of kids if I had no money.
Yeah.
And a husband or something else. But
yeah.
Buy those things.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep thinking, and I'm going to respond to that group because it's been in my head all day, and I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, I highly suggest to people in that group to do the assignments the second you see them.
Yeah.
I mean, if it takes a little bit to think about it and make it real, that's fine. But I'm been in several diamond groups myself. I think I was in 3 before it happened. at least 2. Anyway, and if I missed it, it was like a landslide for me. And this happened to me in Dollars to Diamonds too. I almost didn't make Dollars to Diamonds because of this.
Yeah.
Because like I missed a day. I'll do it tomorrow. And then I missed 2 days. I was like, oh, this weekend I'll catch up this weekend. And then when you have to do 5 days, I think this group is only every other day anyway, but we have to do 5 days on a Saturday. And you're like, shit, I have to send messages too. And I'm like,
and then you have to find the posts too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And some of those groups can get gnarly.
Is this the group I'm in, right? I mean, this is okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Sam. But I also tell people if they're in a group like that, if you get behind more than 2 or 3 days, stop, move forward. Don't look back. You will it's not worth it. There's a wealth of knowledge. Just move forward.
Yeah, just whatever you do to keep moving.
Mm-hmm. Right. Advice noted.
Tanya, do you have any visualizations?
I do. Actually, as we were talking, I've been kind of writing some notes down, and I've been working on my short and long-term goals. And what I realized is I saw my visualization today, and I think that's been half my problem, is that I've been living what I wanted. And so today Hannah was outside playing with her friends, and she just could go out and run in the circle. And I'm like, and I had to stop because I was like, oh, I'm kind of in a place where I'm like, oh, should I sell my house? What do I do? And I'm like, but no, wait, she's finally happy and she's content. And I'm like, I can't give up because she's got it all. I'm going to cry.
Oh, me too. That's so sweet.
So that's why totally, it was like the weirdest thing. She was playing Barbie dolls in the circle, but I was like, oh my God, I can't lose that. Because this is everything I wanted for her.
Oh, yay.
So there we go. I got my Y today. She gets to play Barbie dolls in the circle.
Perfect. And I don't know if you took a picture or anything,
and I made it my screensaver and I got everything. And so I'm like, all right, that's it. Here I am. I'm back.
That's a Y that makes you cry.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's the most ridiculous Y, but it works. So
nothing ridiculous about that. That's amazing.
But I realized that's my problem. I've been giving her everything I wanted to give her, and now I'm about to lose it, and I just can't do that. So
that's not ridiculous at all. The first thing that my visualization thing that I keep up is I have from when Poppy, this was almost a year and a half ago, when she was in an old classroom and she got stars based on a good day or not. And one day she got a full board of stars, and I kept that, and that's my visualization, because on days where we're not running around and crazy in the morning, and then she gets a good night's sleep, and that she can not be there for 9.5, 10 hours, she has a great day. Otherwise, she gets bad reports and she has a shitty day. And so I keep that as my visual. I want her to have great days and be a good student and enjoy her day. And so it is so little and minute, but to me, that's what I want for her. And I know that means being with her more and not having the, run around. So I love that. Yay.
Yeah. That's my vision.
That was my favorite part of this call.
I know.
It took me a year to finally get it.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, and it's probably because you either had something happen that made you get to that point, or you saw the possibility of it. You know, there's something that happens, and that's why it doesn't always work. Some people never get to that point.
Right.
Well, that's good. Yay.
So, and I'm going to post my goals in a minute on that page.
Well, awesome. Anthony, what about you? Do you have any visualizations?
As far as visualization goes, my goal has always been to keep my wife home. That way she can take care of the kids and, do things she wants. If she wants to go visit her parents for a month, she can do that. And that's my first goal. I mean, and that's, hey, sorry about that. And then, stop. And then, that's a pretty big goal right there. Because I need to make a teacher's salary extra to keep her home, maybe a little less, but that is still a pretty big goal. And then, and my other goal is just to quit so we can enjoy life. I mean, just get out there, and if we want to go do something, go do something. You don't be tied to an office or got to somebody saying, "Hey, I need you to come in and do inventory."
Seriously. I love that goal, by the way. Nikki Johnson messaged me this morning, and she's like, hey, is Anthony in your downline? I was like, yeah, he's Brooke's coach, whatever. She's like, is he okay with all my girly posts? I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, he's on all of our team calls with all the girls. Like, he fits right in. You're fine. And she's like, okay, I didn't know if I had to tweak it. I was like, no, you're fine. And I told her your goal of wanting to retire your wife, and she's like, oh, my God, that's, like, the sweetest thing ever. Like, to put someone else before yourself. Like, I mean, I don't know. My goal at one point is to retire my mother, but she'll probably retire herself before that happens. But to put someone else before you is pretty epic. So I know
there's a little selfishness in there, you know.
Oh yeah. No, I know. You come home to a home cooked meal, dude. If I was working from home and I had a partner, I'd be making meals all day long. You want a warm meal? Sure thing. Come on over. I don't know. I say that shit. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, he has 3 kids, so she should stay busy.
Right? Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, the Brooke's like, I'm not making any hot meals for my husband.
My husband doesn't go cook meals every night.
All your kids are home, though, Brooke.
What's that?
All your kids are home.
Yeah.
It's not like
his are home. Anthony's are home right now. I mean, because it's summer.
Literally right now. They're there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So cute. She's like, who, me? Awesome. Does anyone have anything else before we get this going? I hope that you guys, take this and like take the visual part of it, put it on paper, write down what the steps you need to do to get there, make it happen. I have my daily checklist that I'm back onto. It's called my top 10 activities for success. And then my tracker that I use like on my computer is called Katie's Tracker to Freedom. Because like I put it out there, what I want, wherever I can actually see it every day. So set your alarm clock, have a reminder go off, say affirmations, wherever you are with your time, whether it's on your phone, at your office, put it out there, put it in front of you. Even if at my desk job, I have some little subliminal things that my people wouldn't know that it's about me wanting to quit my job, but it's little, like I have a picture with Poppy and then I have that like star chart next to it. So I know in my head when I see that means for me to quit my job. My work people don't need to know like that. So, just visualize it and make it real and talk about it. I challenge you guys to talk about it with your spouses. I'm the only single person here. I don't know what's going on, but, talk about it with your spouses. Well, not really. Sorry, I forgot.
Just me and you.
I'll talk about it with you, Tanya.
Sounds good.
We can cuddle in bed and talk about our goals.
That's not what marriage is like.
Talk about it with the person who kind of doesn't believe. Like, if I talk about it with my dad, my dad's very supportive of me and he'll do anything I say and believe me and whatever, but like, he still has a lot of skepticism in him. So like, I like talking to him about it and being like, hey, I made this goal and I got this bonus. So that means I'm making this much a year. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's a real thing I'm doing still. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so talk to them about what it means for you to hit your goals and make it happen and why you see that and that you truly believe in it and be like, I totally get if you don't see it. I totally get that because they probably won't. And don't be frustrated if they don't believe you or if they're like contrary about it, and give you shit because, that's what people do. Especially when they see something that scares them. It's easy to combat it. So, but talk about it with them and put it out there in as many ways as possible. The more you talk about it, the more likelihood is that it'll happen. So. Well, I'm so glad it's Monday night and we have all this energy and get to, bust through the next 5 days. And if you guys need anything, post in the group. I know I have to check in. There are a few things that I haven't commented on, but if you guys need anything, send me a message. If you have any questions or anything, and one-on-one calls, anyone can set those up. I know there are a couple of people that love the one-on-one calls, but everyone's more than welcome to do a one-on-one call with me if you want to chat about your goals. So that's all I got, unless anyone has anything else.
Well,
awesome. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate this.
If you extend that group an extra week, I'm going to add somebody into it like today.
Yeah, want to do that? Are you guys all comfortable with that? And I'll do next week as like a prize week. I'll figure something out for a prize and we'll do one of the boards or something. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Have a good week, guys. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.